right, here we are. We are online. We're live from the ASB Financial Studios in Fly on the Wall Productions, Main Street, Barrie, Vermont. We have a very busy day going so far. Let's bring on Joe Aldsworth and our city manager right here in Barrie. Good. Is it morning or is it after? It is afternoon now, officially. I'm glad you guys are here and welcome back. We had you on yesterday. What's going on? While we still have internet, while we still have power, and we're able to communicate with everyone, what's the latest? What's the deal?
So the storms unfortunately delivered what we feared. Right now the issue is the power. We have about 24 incidents affecting about 1,400 customers here in the city, which is about 29%. So
Okay.
A lot of our neighbors without power right now. I'm one of them. And so that's the real challenge at the moment. So that obviously starts to impact heating situation. Everything else, and I'm going to knock on wood, we don't have any flooding issues that we've noticed. We have a couple of tree issues that we are aware of and watching, a couple street closures here and there, but that's isolated at the moment.
Okay.
And then, of course, the challenge is going to come a little bit later. The greater challenge is going to come a little bit later this afternoon when the temperatures plunge. And so we had another briefing with National Weather Service this morning, still expecting those impacts of the freeze, which will make the roads tricky to navigate. Fortunately, our DPW crews are prepared. They're going to be doing pre-treatment. We have staffing set up so that we can have coverage throughout the night. But I think that's it. Joe, did I leave anything out?
No, I think we're doing pretty good right now. We have been watching the power outage is a huge part. Between 4 and 6, it's really important that people need to stay home. They're going to see a 30 to 40 degree drop in temperature.
Wow.
Over an hour to hour and a half period of time, and everything is going to freeze solid.
Yeah,
So,
any wet roads or standing water?
Yeah,
Yeah.
make sure your drains, your gutters, get that stuff cleaned out now, because once it freezes quick.
And
so-
and Nicholas doesn't understand yet that once it freezes, it'll be frozen until the end of July.
Yeah, unfortunately, it'll
He
be
didn't
here,
get that
yeah.
memo yet.
No one
did he?
told me that. No one told me that.
Yeah, it's a great point. This is drastically, this drop in temperature is happening right around what, 4 o'clock or so.
Yeah, between 4 and 6, the state's recommending, and we are recommending also that if you can get to where you need to go by 4, then please do. Do not be on the roads, because emergency crews, highway, and everybody else will be trying to maintain what they have,
Right.
and you just be a hindrance then, please.
Rusty Deweese and I just decided a few minutes before you walked in the building here that we are unfortunately going to pull the plug on our 21st annual Christmas podcast, or time together on a microphone, I should say. It just doesn't make sense, and it's not right, it's not fair, and frankly, not really respectful for us to be on the air goofing around, having fun when you guys are all out busting your ass and working so hard. And there's so many people that are really in a real stressful situation right now with trying to figure out what they're going to do, and medically and otherwise.
Yeah, no, and absolutely, and JD, I think it's the right decision. I mean, we made the decision yesterday to close City Hall at noon.
Yeah, right.
Similar reason.
Exactly.
I don't want our staff to be in a situation that's not good for driving, and frankly, we don't want our residents coming to City Hall. They should be buckling down for the storm. So
Sure.
City Hall is closed, Civic Center is closed. We canceled events there. And it's hard to make these decisions, but this storm, like we said, it's not one that you can wing it. This is a real deal.
Yeah, we can handle snow quite
Yes.
well here in Vermont. But when you combine rain and some real temperature variance, this is when shit gets real, right, Joe?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I know. I mean, the wind event, too, has been huge. And the wind isn't going to go away. It's just going to die down a little bit. Unfortunately, when everything freezes, it adds weight to that, the tree. And then
Sure.
they're expecting a brief, 2 to 4 inches of snow on top of everything else. So it's going to start be pretty weighty. So we ask people, please stay home, enjoy the comforts of your home, and let us, continue doing what we're doing. We assure the community that we're prepping. We've been talking with other communities and seeing if we can assist in any way. But right now, our crews have it in hand, and we're really busting to get that done.
Information is constantly coming in. I know your cell phones are buzzing constantly, just like mine. But emergency managers and federal and state agency partners are getting word that what's changed? A blizzard warning has been issued for western St. Lawrence County, and lake effect snow warning issued for northern St. Lawrence County. So that's wow.
Yeah,
that's the last thing they need.
New York guys, they get the lake effect snow. And,
yeah, they do.
Yeah, so they can have it. To be honest with you, that
yes,
they don't get inches; they get feet over there.
So we have all of Vermont, as well as Clinton, Essex, Franklin, and St. Lawrence counties in New York, all under extreme warnings for this weather. This is as written here, a high-end, multifaceted storm. We had, winds of 50 to 65 miles per hour, numerous widespread power outages. We had 36,000 Vermonters without power this morning as of like 8:30 this morning.
And I believe the number has gone up.
It has.
And unfortunately, with the freezing, as Joe mentioned, the weight on the limbs of the trees, it may continue to go up. So we're still in the thick of it. We did just post a few minutes ago an update on the city's website with the power outage data that we had for the city of Barrie, which is what I mentioned, about 30% of the city without power. Good Samaritan has opened a warming shelter, 105 North Seminary Street. So anyone in need of warming, go there. The library is closed due to being impacted by the power. So thank you to Good Sam for making their facility available. A lot of questions coming in about overnight shelter. I want our residents to know we are working. This is a decision we're going to work on with the state. We expect to have that decision later this afternoon, and we will, of course, broadcast it as widely as we can. JD will depend on, get the word to you as well for your social networks. But a lot of questions coming in about that, and that update is posted on our website. So thank you to Good Sam for anyone needing immediate warming, and we'll have a decision on overnight shelter later this afternoon.
What about the Barrie Auditorium?
So that's where it would be.
Yeah.
That's where, if we do, it would probably turn out being a regional shelter, we believe. And if it's activated, it would be at the auditorium. It would be operated by the Red Cross. We just this is a decision to coordinate with the state based on a regional need.
If you guys probably haven't, you've been too busy to see some of the pictures that are coming in out of just everywhere, especially Addison County. Have you seen some of the pictures there in Charlotte?
To be honest with you, we have a bunch of our own pictures.
Of course.
So we have some of our local partners have talked to us and communicated, but I've not seen anything statewide. So,
all right.
I would say that those folks that have inquiries about their special needs or regional shelter or power or whatever else, Green Mountain Power is pretty busy right now. They have plenty of crews that are maxed out, but they're still getting to it, and we see changes in the numbers all the time. It either goes up or goes down. It matters that we had a good burst of rain. But for those folks that want constant updates, please go to Vermont 211 website or call them directly if you have special needs. That they are categorizing those, and they're doing an intake, and then they're giving it to emergency management. They in turn give it to us, so that they're tracking for this. If they go to the federal disaster declaration, it's very important that they track all the costs and all the damage assessments that are there. So
big catch net here, Vermont 211. That's first where you should go.
That's the clearinghouse. Yep.
Okay. We have another briefing coming in, I understand, around 5 p.m. tonight from Vermont Emergency Management.
Yep.
All right, 5 o'clock tonight. That's when things are going to change.
Yeah, that's when the flash freeze happens, and so that's when everybody should be home and hunkered down. And we'll be at the Emergency Operations Center, and some of us will remote in, some of us will be there, and we'll have plenty of staff on at the firehouse so that we can address the needs. Police is fully staffed with their dispatchers, and let us be able to respond. Highway is doing an amazing job.
Oh yeah.
Shout out to them guys. I mean, they're really busting butt, and let us do the work, and then you'll have a great Christmas weekend.
We had a morning press conference at DPS headquarters in Waterbury. Were you able to listen in on any of that?
Yes.
Yep, our team was there.
Okay. Department of Public Safety Commissioner Morrison, Vermont Department of Transportation Secretary Flynn, Erica Bornman, utilities executives, Green Mountain Power, Washington Electric, Vermont Electric Company, all there as part of that. Any injuries that we know of so far?
Nope, not reported.
Okay, isn't that great? That's wonderful.
Yep.
Power lines. I'm seeing so many pictures of telephone poles coming down Route 12 over in Riverton, and so on and so forth. This is the real deal. Trees are coming down. They're heavy. A lot of them, especially in the higher elevations, already have that snow that hasn't blown off of it. And now we've got rain coming down, and then it's freezing. It's going to get even heavier. Trees that have not come down on lines yet probably are.
Yeah, and I know that our crews were watching a couple trees that were leaning into line. So I hate to be alarmist, but I think it's good to prepare that there's a chance it could get worse before it gets better. So
amen. I mean, yeah.
What we've been seeing is that the trees actually been ripping out the root ball right out of the ground.
Sure.
That's how heavy it is.
Weather.gov, great place to go to see what's going on throughout the whole region. But also weatheringheights.com, which is Roger Hill. We reached out to him this morning, and we haven't heard back from him. So we were lucky to get him on the air yesterday, but he's a very busy guy. We're calling this a cyclone bomb or a bomb cyclone?
Bomb cyclone, yeah.
Holy shit. So there's a couple of different storms that are coming together and shaking hands here.
Yep.
That's what this is. Unbelievable. What else? What else are we missing here? We talked a lot yesterday about just if wires come down on your vehicle, in your vehicle, stay in your vehicle because you're safe.
Yep.
Right.
Important to note. And if they come down in your yard or land on top of your car or whatever, and you're not in your vehicle, stay the hell away from them.
Exactly.
Yep.
And call 911 when.
So 911 is a call with a downed wire.
Yeah.
And it's a call with an obstructed street. So if a tree is down, call 911. If you see a wire down, call 911. If you see a sagging wire, that's a Green Mountain Power call.
And we hit that yesterday, but we're echoing that again today.
Yes.
Storm drains, are they cleared out in the city of Barrie?
Yeah, the crews try to get the high priority drains in the low-lying areas of the city, and the known problem drainage areas. So I've been driving around the city. I've been checking city facilities. Haven't seen excessive flooding. There's obviously pooling. I haven't seen pooling that's beyond what a major rain event might be.
Yeah.
But you drive certain parts of Main Street, and there's pooling. I haven't seen a danger situation yet. And Joe, I don't think
early this morning there were some issues, but we had a brief 3 to 4 inches of snow, which clogged them up a little bit. But the guys got right on it.
Yeah.
And and within a half hour, most of them were taken care of. So.
Well, since this morning, I've been hearing your sirens, police, fire, everything. Ambulances zipping east and west up and down North Main Street here, pretty much consistently. I know how busy you guys are. When I called Joe earlier, he answered and said, "Call you back." That's when we know. You were just addressing a clog up on somewhere, one of these catch areas?
Nelson Street has a trash rack / culvert that usually becomes a problem, and so one of our councilmen sent me the picture, and I got a backhoe right up there, so they should be mitigating that right now.
I have the same problem with my laundry basket at home. It's a horrible situation. You guys are doing such a great job. Kudos to you, and buckle up because this is the kind of the beginning of the beginning here.
Yeah, it could get tougher. And Joe mentioned it. We get to have the pleasure, JD, of talking about it with you. But there are a bunch of people standing behind us who are on the streets doing this work.
Sure.
Fire, police, streets department, DPW. So a lot of great, like as I mentioned yesterday, a lot of great public servants taking this very seriously, working very hard. Facilities guys are still on duty.
Oh, yeah. Putting in hours, big time.
Yeah, absolutely. So there's a lot of, we get to be the ones here delivering the news, but there's a lot of people standing behind us doing the hard work.
Isn't this amazing? Do you love this or what?
It's great.
Isn't this fantastic?
Yeah.
You guys need any food, coffee, anything? The boys over anywhere?
I think we're pretty good right now. Thank you, though.
Thank you.
We're just going to head up. We're going to go get some lunch, and then we're going to head back for our afternoon meetings. And
all right.
And just folks to keep, keep watching our website, keep watching our social media. I'm going to send you everything we post.
Yes.
So I think the next big information will be any sort of need for an overnight shelter, which I said will be later this afternoon. So just keep watching those spaces for that information.
All right. Anything else, Joe?
No. If there's anything that we can improve upon, please let us know.
Yeah.
We're always trying to make this a better mousetrap, and they can do better. So that's what we want to do. So if you have some good feedback that that hey, maybe we could have missed something or done something a little better, please let the manager's office know so that we can convey that back to the team and we can finally tune this machine. So.
All right, but you guys are doing the best you can. There's only so many of you,
Yep.
and you're blasting here. You guys are doing kudos to you, all of you. Closing out on a serious note, because Lily's watching, other kids are watching. What about Santa Claus? Or do you think that that things will be okay for the big run?
A huge priority. I think we're going to make sure that this is not going to impact Santa's trip. This was the first directive to our staff. Make sure that this is not impacted. It will not be under my administration that Christmas isn't impacted in the city of Barrie.
Pow, Joe. What do you say?
The big man, he's got to get out there, and we're doing everything we can to make that happen. And I think, we'll make a phone call here later to make sure that if we missed anything, but I think he'll be good. He's got his elves actually tuning up that sleigh pretty good. So
and Rudolph's all charged up and ready to go.
He is ready to go. Yeah.
This horrible weather. Thank you both so much for coming in here. We appreciate it. Any other updates? Hit me. Okay?
Absolutely.
And we'll get them on right away. Thank you, boys.
Thank you, JD. Appreciate it.